Are you feeling lucky today? Well, you should be, because in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the 7 best kept secrets of the GreenStalk vertical planter. Let's go. So today is St. Patrick's Day. I'm wearing my green and feeling really lucky. So what I'm going to be sharing with you, while they're technically not secrets, they're just things that as a new GreenStalk gardener, you may not know right off the bat. I found out a lot of these things along the way on my 4-year GreenStalk journey, and they're so good that I have to share them with you right now. So the first thing that I want to talk to you about is the GreenStalk sales. But before I do that, you guys, I went on vacation for 2 weeks, and during those 2 weeks, we here in Northern California went through our fall spring, and when I got back, the GreenStalks went wild. They had a party. Let me show you the raw footage of what I found. This is actually cleaned up, but even then, look how gorgeous it is. Okay, so I got back from 2 weeks of being out of town. My GreenStalks have really taken off. And it has been a really windy couple of days, and the infamous super tall GreenStalk with peas on it had fallen again. I've propped it up. It's gonna fall yet again because it is just too top heavy like I expected, but it was a fun experiment. So the good news though is that it has got a ton of peas. Look at that, you guys. It's just loaded with peas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to harvest all these peas, and I am going to chop it off at the top. So hopefully it'll grow some side branches. If not, it was a good experiment. But look at all my other GreenStalks, you guys. Everything has bolted. Oh boy, all my brassicas. It's end of season, and I'm gonna leave them for a bit because the pollinators love them, and my sweet peas are coming into bloom. Oh my goodness, I am so excited that the garden is absolutely thriving in spite of my being 2 weeks out of town. Wow. And speaking of sales, these are my razzleberries. I got 2 of them at the buy one get one sale that was, I think it was about a month ago, and I planted them up with flowers, and they are growing so fast. I can't wait to show you how these turn out when the flowers start to bloom. I think they're going to look phenomenal. So speaking of sales, GreenStalk has sales practically every month, something or the other. And if you've been gardening with GreenStalks for a while, you know that it's always great to wait for sales because the sales are just out of this world. Now, the best sales of the year are in order: the Mother's Day sale coming up in May, I can't wait, and the Thanksgiving sale is the second biggest sale. The rest of the year, they've got all kinds of other sales. They've got flash sales, they've got sales on a particular color, which is what's happening actually right now. They've got their evergreen products all on sale in honor of St. Patrick's Day. Everything's 30% off. It's just, one sale after the other, it seems. So if you can, it's always great to wait for a sale because it is just so worthwhile. The flash sales are interesting because they often do like a one-day sale where they put like their ultimate spinner on sale, or they put their netting on sale. In fact, let me put up here a list of all the sales that they had last year. I looked at every single month and jotted down the types of sales. Some months there were actually 2 sales. Of course, it's up to GreenStalk. It's their prerogative to decide what they have on sale and whether they want to have a sale at all. So that's the caveat. I'm just going by my experience of what I've seen over the past 4 years. It feels like they've got at least 1 to 2 sales every single month. So wait for the sales. You will save a boatload of money. Okay, so I just talked about the evergreen sale that's happening right now. So it's important to know that GreenStalk has a sales strategy, call it that, where they actually cycle in different colors. And most of the colors that they cycle in are limited edition colors. So this razzleberry color, isn't it beautiful? It's a limited edition color, and I'm so glad I got it kind of just under the wire because they often don't bring those colors back. Sometimes they do for a short period of time. Sometimes they sell the colors through their retailers, sub-retailers, but most of the time the colors are here and gone probably forever. And there are 2 colors that are consistently there all the time. They are the evergreen color and the stunning stone color. So if you're the kind of person that likes that consistency of having the same color, you might want to consider investing in one of those two colors. In fact, when I first started with GreenStalk, I wanted to go with terracotta because I loved that terracotta look and feel. I like those earth tones, and I thought I'd buy only terracotta. And before I knew it, 5 GreenStalks later, the terracotta color was gone. And I was not able to get it anymore. So I had to, fortunately, graduate my thinking to accept other colors. And so now I'm kind of getting into the color thing, actually. I want more colors, but I like to stick to kind of earth tone colors. And they have a range of beautiful colors that they come up with. They had pastels recently, just in time for spring. It was gorgeous. So that's one of those things that you should be aware of. You have to choose your colors depending on your theme that you want to set. And for me, my theme is earth tones. It used to be just terracotta, but can't be terracotta anymore. So now I'm graduating to more of those earth tones. So I keep shaking this manual around constantly. And there's actually a reason why I'm doing that, because the next 3 best kept secrets are actually in this book, but you may not get the grasp of it fully by just looking at the book. And let's just face it, who really wants to read a manual, even one as pretty as this? I know I don't like reading manuals. I prefer to just try things out and then fix it after the fact. But if you look at the last page of the manual, you'll see a few things. The first thing I want to draw your attention to is this Facebook group, the GreenStalk Gardeners Facebook group. This is not just any Facebook group, guys. This is a group that is full of GreenStalk fans, almost cultish fans, and they share the most incredible tips, very timely tips, their experiences, depending on their gardening zone, what works for them, what doesn't. They ask questions that most GreenStalk owners probably will have, and many of them get answered over there. They also alert you not just to the sales, but also tricks on how you can get the most out of the sales. You have to be in this Facebook group, you guys. So this one is actually a group that is owned by the GreenStalk family, but they don't really participate in the group that much. It's really intended for the community, but I'm sure they get a lot of ideas from the community because we're sharing all kinds of wonderful stuff in there. I'm a really active member in the GreenStalk Gardeners Facebook group as well, so get on that group. It is essential. Even if you're not on Facebook, get a Facebook account just so that you can get on this group and learn all about the GreenStalk from people who actually use it. Okay, I'm back here with my greenhouse, which has my terracotta GreenStalks around it. I've got 7 GreenStalks altogether, so the 5 of them are terracotta and the 2 raspberries, and I do intend to get more. It's an addiction. That's another best kept secret. But the other thing I wanted to draw your attention to was the GreenStalk support, customer support. You guys, this is best in class customer support. They have an amazing team, and it is actually led by the inventor's wife right now. I think her name is Kathy. She is just the sweetest person, actually responds to many of the questions and emails that we have directly herself, and they are so responsive. If there's anything at all that is wrong with your order, or if one of the parts is defective, which is unusual, but it happens, they are just so responsive. And I know a lot of things that people complain about are, hey, I didn't get my free stickers, or I didn't get my free seeds. You know, those are freebies, but still, you know, people look forward to that stuff. These guys are just so incredibly responsive, and they're so nice. This is an all-American family, you guys. And in the true sense of the word, it's a family-run business. Jack, the inventor, his wife, Kathy, their children, their children's husbands and wives and spouses, they are all part of the family business, and it shows in their love for the products, in the way they interact with you, the packaging. Everything is just so perfect and so welcoming. So yeah, this is the kind of company that you want to invest in, a small all-American family business. All right, the other thing also, the other best kept secret, which is on this book, you see this lady over here? That's Susie, the head gardener. And you can actually schedule a call with her. Can you believe that? You can schedule a call with GreenStalk's head gardener, and she is the nicest person. I have talked to her. She's not one of those that will rush you through your conversation. You can schedule time, but she will not stick to the time. If she's got time afterwards, she'll tell you, hey, you know, I've got time. I can continue to answer your question. How often do you get that? So yeah, their head gardener is definitely one of their best kept secrets. Not so best kept, it's on the manual, but again, who reads the manual, right? Or maybe it's just me. All right, so the next best kept secret is their newsletter. So this is not your run-of-the-mill newsletter. This newsletter, you've got to sign up for it, obviously, so you have to give them your email, but you get so much for that, right? Number one, you get informed a little before everybody else when their sales are coming up. You also often get a code, a special code that you can use, which will give you a huge discount in your order. And there's tips, there's tricks, there's all kinds of good stuff in that newsletter. They often have free shipping if you sign up for their newsletter as well, so watch for that. In fact, that's one of those things that's going on right now. Shipping can be expensive with the GreenStalk products. They are large products, and so shipping does add up. So whenever you can get free shipping, I always try to take advantage of that. Oh, by the way, the after Thanksgiving sale is, at least last year, it was free shipping. So I was able to catch up on all the smallish products that I didn't want to spend a boatload of money for shipping. I got all kinds of stuff that I needed, all of my accessories. So yeah, free shipping is a big deal. And yeah, you get all kinds of good stuff in that newsletter. So definitely you want to sign up for that. And speaking of codes, well, so as you all know, if you've been on my channel for any length of time, especially for the GreenStalk stuff, I am now a GreenStalk affiliate. I actually haven't been an affiliate for that long, just for about maybe 3 months or so. And I purposely did not become an affiliate mainly because I felt that maybe I won't be able to share my honest opinion with you. But GreenStalk has been extremely supportive. In fact, they want us to share our honest opinion. So I am an affiliate and I am loving working with them as an affiliate. Again, that all-American company thing. But the reason I mention it is the codes. Do not place a GreenStalk order without a code. Now, my code, GreenLove10, is always available for any order that is $75 and above. But I want to share with you about some other codes as well. And this is a little bit of actually against my best interest, if you will, because if you use another code, you're not using mine, so I don't get the benefit of it. But hey, I'm not about gatekeeping, and I just want you to grow and love growing. That's my mission, right? So there are other codes that you need to be aware of. Number one, there is a magazine that GreenStalk publishes every year. They've got a digital form of it as well as a physical form of it. And in that magazine, they've got a code. Now, the code is usually for stuff. They don't tell you upfront what stuff it is. Sometimes it's a planner, sometimes it's the spinner bases, but it's usually something really nice. And they change the stuff that you get with the code quarterly. So every quarter it's something different, and you kind of don't know until you actually punch in your order, and if your order meets the $50 limit or above, then that free item will show up. So definitely check that out. Get the digital version of the magazine if you don't want the physical version. It's a lovely magazine. They have a wonderful graphic designer who puts a lot of effort into making that magazine as beautiful as it can be. And of course, the code, super useful. Of course, you won't be able to use my code then, but you can still give me the benefit of getting a commission if you want to support my channel by using my referral link, which will be always in the description, and I'll put it in the comments as well so you have easy access to it. So definitely, when you're planning to use the order, if you can use my link, I don't care which code you use whatever is best for you. That would be the ideal situation for me. And thank you for all of you who have been using my code, who have been using my referral link. I'm so grateful to you. Thank you for your support. One thing about the magazine code, you guys, it is for you and you only. It's the same code throughout the year, but don't share it around. Buy the magazine and use the code after you've bought the magazine. Don't share it with your friends because, hey, it's a small family business. And so respect the unsaid policy that your code that you get from your magazine is just for you and not to be shared around. Another thing that you should be aware of is that they do have a rewards program. Now, I didn't even know about the rewards program until recently, or maybe it just didn't register that it was such a good rewards program. So you get like something called seeds. So you spend $1, you get 1.5 seeds. And these seeds can eventually be converted into dollars. So for every 200 seeds that you accumulate by either spending on GreenStalk products, or by liking them on Facebook, or by referring a friend. There's a whole series of ways by which you can earn seeds, and 200 seeds convert into $10. So I think they convert and give you a code that you can use to enter when you place an order, and that will give you a discount. So yeah, look into all of these ways by which you can use codes. Do not ever place an order without a code, because those codes are just so great. And at the very least, use my code GreenLove10 and you'll get $10 off. So I think that's my list. I lost track of how many. I think that was about 7 best kept secrets, but here's one from me to you. Probably the biggest thing that I have discovered about success in my green stocks, and I have incredible success in my green stocks, so I guess I can talk, is the soil, you guys. The soil is the most important thing to get right. And the most important criterion for the soil is the lightness and the fluffiness. So my advice to anyone who's like, hey, should I buy this potting soil? Should I buy that potting soil? I'm like, buy any potting soil, but add perlite to it. Perlite makes a huge difference in lightening up the soil, and then throw in some granular fertilizer and you're good to go. So make sure that you don't skimp on the soil for your green stock. It's going to be the difference between succeeding and not succeeding. I hope you have a wonderful upcoming gardening season, and until next time, live green and love your greens.